Hey, what's up? What's up? Welcome to Elite Vision. Today I will be giving my power rankings preseason. They might be a little crazy because I'm a dreamer. But I'm going to give what I think is going to happen this season. I'm going to give you a little... I looked up what some of the other websites were doing. I could only find CBS had the most up-to-date power rankings. I don't agree with all that they have. I'm basing my power rankings on some big moves, though. I see some teams that were usually in the middle of the pack maybe dropping down and out. And I see some that were out of the play-in that move way on up. But let's get started. I'm going to have the Spurs a lot higher than the source I found. And this is CBS Sports. And this is what CBS has. Oklahoma City 1. Dallas 2. The Nuggets 3. The Wolves 4. The Suns 5. New Orleans 6. Memphis 7. The Kings 8. Golden State 9. The Lakers 10. That is their power rankings. And I agree with them about on 1, 2, 3, 4. I agree with them on 4 of them. And I'm going to go ahead and go what my power rankings are right quick. I agree on number 1. I do think the Thunder are the top seed in the West. They may be repeated again. I just see, they have a strong defense. They play well together. They made such a huge impact last year. They just skyrocketed last year, and I just don't think they're going to take a step back, really. I mean, they lost Giddey, but they did gain, who was it? Caruso and Hartenstein. Caruso's a strong defender, so they're not losing anything on defense. Alex Caruso's high energy. I really like Caruso. I think Thunder stay at number 1. Number 2, Dallas. This is where we agree again. I have Dallas at number 2 along with CBS. I mean, as long as you got Kyrie and Doncic on the same team, I mean, you're always going to be a threat for the championship. I think Doncic is a generational player. He's going to be considered a GOAT type player by the end of his career. Maybe not the GOAT, but he's going to be up there. And Kyrie is a magician with the ball. And he can go off at any time. And Doncic is just a player who gets everybody else going. And with the addition of who was it they got last year? While I'm thinking about it, they did add Clay. Clay's a big question mark. He's a poor man's Clay version now instead of prime Clay. But Gafford, with Gafford, and they picked up another player. I forgot who it was, but I think they're still number 2. If Klay Thompson can revive his career there, they could be swap out with number 1. We don't know. But the Thunder did lose to the Mavericks last year, so we'll see. Does Doncic take another step forward? Does he become even greater than what he is? That a lot of depends on that. But the most depends on what Klay Thompson does. Can we see a lot more glimpses of the old Klay? The Klay that was an elite shooter and defender. Maybe not defender, but can Doncic get him open and get him a lot better looks? That remains to be seen. He hasn't wowed me in the preseason yet, so we'll see. But I got the Mavericks at number 2. Number 3, they have the Nuggets. I'll go ahead and throw the Nuggets there. As long as you got Jokic out there, MVP, man. I mean, he's a walking triple-double. Jamal Murray is a question mark. We saw how he played in the Olympics, just dreadful. I mean, he was not the Murray of the playoffs. He was a little more up and down this past playoffs than he was the playoffs before when they won it. We'll have to see if he can rebound from his Olympics performance. They lost KCP. Can Braun fill in? Can Christian Braun fill in for KCP? Can he bring the defense? We'll have to see. Russell Westbrook, big question mark with the Nuggets. Can he show flashes of the old Westbrook like he did in the playoffs last year? I mean, if he can play strong, I mean, you have two people who are walking triple doubles. Well, no, Jokic is more walking triple double now, but Westbrook, he used to be a walking triple double. So you have two really good passers and rebounders and scorers. You have two really, really impactful players, and Westbrook may be coming off the bench, and Jokic, being Jokic. So I got the Nuggets at 3. I can agree with that. Number 4, I differ from them. They have the Wolves. I have Memphis. I think if Ja can come back and play the way he did in his previous years when he did play, I see Memphis going. I mean, you got Bane, you got Jaren Jackson, and you got G.G. Jackson. Who else did they add? Zach Edey. I mean, 7'5". I mean, he's going to be a defensive juggernaut down low. I mean, he sets strong screens. He can play good defense. So, I mean, if he can play up to his potential, I mean, some of these first teams have question marks. Like Dallas with Clay, Memphis with Edey. Can Marcus Smart stay healthy? We'll have to see. But if Ja can come back and play like he did in his years where he was playing, I mean, Memphis, we saw how good Memphis was. They were one of the top teams in the West. So I got Memphis at number 4. CBS has the Sun at number 5. The Suns at number 5. I have the Wolves. I think the Wolves are losing a pretty good bit with losing Cat. I mean, he's a really strong offensive player. He's an elite 3-point shooter. Or are the Wolves gonna get hurt by not having the Twin Towers? Is Rudy Gobert gonna? I mean, he's the defensive player of the year, right? The last 3 years, 4 years. So, I mean, they shouldn't drop off, right? I think they'll drop off some on the defensive end. I mean, I know they gained DiVincenzo and Julius Randle, but I just, we'll have to see because they're going to have to gel. They're going to have time to gel. Can Anthony Edwards take that next step forward? We'll have to see. Timberwolves, they lost a big-time player and they gained 2 maybe lower-level players, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's always a question mark when a team loses a big piece and gains some other pieces. We have to see if they can fill in. The Wolves. All right, so I have the Wolves at number 5. I have the Kings at number 6. DeRozan, I know most people think of him as just a jump shooter, but he's not. He is a playmaker. He has a high IQ. He has a solid jump shot, a deadly jump shot. I mean, shoot, for a while he was in the MVP race last year. So, I mean, we know what he can do, along with De'Aaron Fox, who I think he may still be getting better. And you got Sabonis, who can be a triple-double guy. So you got some smart playmakers. I think high IQ is very underrated. When people think of good players, they want to think mostly of 3-point shooting and dunking. But I mean, those things are good. But a high IQ it can set you apart big time. So I have the Kings at number 6. Number 7. Yeah, I got the Spurs. I got the Spurs at 7. I think Wemby, Chris Paul, and Castle are all high IQ players. I'm ecstatic about Castle. I think he is going to just explode onto the scene. We've already seen him explode with some dunks on people this preseason. We've seen he just looks comfortable. He just looks comfortable out there. I think he just looks like he belongs out there. And I know it's preseason, but I think right now he's ahead of Kawhi was, where Kawhi was in IQ and passing, and he's up there in defense. I mean, I would put Kawhi a little bit above Castle, but Castle is a strong defender. He's going to be considered an elite defender by next year, for sure. He might even make an all-defensive team by next year. So I got the Spurs at number 7. Number 8, I have New Orleans. I have the New Orleans at number 8. Zion Williamson, I just don't know. He just misses so many games. And they still have Ingram, but they did add DeJounte Murray. So we'll have to see if Murray can help this team, take a step forward. He played with Trae Young last year, and the Hawks just struggled last year even with Murray. I mean, is Murray a guy that can move the needle for him? We'll have to see. He's a big question mark. Like I said, a lot of these teams in the West have big question marks because they've made some big moves. They have McCollum. So we'll have to see. But I'm trying to take it as though they're healthy, and DJ does bring some defense. DeJounte Murray, he brings defense. So, that'll help out a lot. Number 9, I have Golden State. I have Golden State at number 9. I want to believe in the magic of Curry. I do. They've just, they've lost Clay. Curry's getting older. Draymond's getting older. I mean, where does the ball go now? I mean, we can see it in Curry's play. He doesn't get open as easy as he used to. I think Golden State may be on that downward trend. I mean, they're just looking weaker and weaker in the playoffs. Number 10 may surprise you. I got the Rockets. Number 10, Şengün. Jalen Green maybe take a step forward. They might can make an imprint and get in the playoffs. I would like to see them in the playoffs. Reed Shepherd. High on Reed Shepherd, man. He looks impressive in the preseason. He might be a guy kind of like Castle, who just explodes onto the scene and makes a huge impact for his team. So we'll have to see, but I want to throw some big predictions out there. I don't want it to be the same old teams in the playoffs next year, this coming season. So CBS had OKC, Dallas, Nuggets 3, Wolves at 4, Suns at 5, New Orleans at 6, Memphis at 7, Kings at 8, Golden State at 9, Lakers at 10. I have the Lakers and the Clippers and the Suns all on the outside. I think injuries are going to happen. And those, like the Suns and the Lakers, I just think the injuries are going to happen and their best players aren't going to be able to play as much. And I think they're going to struggle to make the play-in. I have Houston stepping into the spotlight. And, so number 1, I have OKC. Number 2, Dallas. Number 3, Denver. Number 4, Memphis. Number 5, the Wolves. Number 6, the Kings. Number 7, the Spurs. Go Spurs, go. Number 8, the Pelicans. Number 9, Golden State. Number 10, Houston. Houston they're in the playoffs this year. Or at least the play-in. And I think the Spurs, they win their games in the play-in. Just want to give a quick few more words on the Spurs. I just think Castle, Paul, and Wemby, they're going to open up the floor for our younger talent of John Keldon and Vassell. And I think Vassell and Keldon take another step forward. I think the Spurs can surprise us this year in the playoffs. And we're not going to be one of the worst defensive teams. because we have an elite defender in Wemby and an elite defender in Castle. So, man, let me know if y'all agree with me on the Spurs. Come on, have some love for your Spurs. So, let me know if y'all agree or strongly disagree with me. Let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe, comment. That helps me get this video out to more people. Share this video. I would just strongly appreciate it. And till next time.